Hi guys, this is the Rosy Whispers, but I thought I'd do a soft-spoken reading video today. I like poetry a lot, and I got this book when I was very little. As you can tell, it has no jacket because I sort of destroyed it. This is Where The Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. And I thought I'd just flip through and maybe read a couple. Soft-spoken voice. As you can see, it's been very loud. Where the Sidewalk Ends. The poems and drawings of Shel Silverstein. Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by my fire, for we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. Magic. Sandra seen a leprechaun, Eddie touched a troll. Laurie danced with witches once, Charlie found some goblins' gold. Donald heard a mermaid sing, Susie spied an elf. But all the magic I have known, I've had to make myself. This one's funny. Homemade boat. This boat that we built is just fine, and don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine, it's the bottom I guess we forgot. It's dark in here. I am writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here, so please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear, but this afternoon by the lion's cage I'm afraid I got too near, and I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. Listen to the mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. As you can see, I've read this quite a lot. One inch tall. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd ride a worm to school. The teardrop of a crying ant would be your swimming pool. A crumb of cake would be a feast and last you 7 days at least. A flea would be a frightening beast if you were 1 inch tall. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd walk beneath the door, and it would take about a month to get down to the store. A bit of fluff would be your bed, you'd swing upon a spider's thread, and wear a thimble on your head, if you were 1 inch tall. You'd serve across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You couldn't hug your mama, you'd just have to hug her thumb. You'd run from people's feet in fright, to move a pen would take all night. This poem took 14 years to write, 'cause I am just 1 inch tall. This is my favorite. The garden. Old Man Simon planted a diamond, grew hisself a garden, the likes of none. Sprouts all growin', comin' up glowin', fruit of jewels all shinin' in the sun. Colors of the rainbow, see the sun and rain grow, sapphires and rubies on ivory vines. Grapes of jade just ripenin' in the shade, just ready for the squeezin' into green jade wine. Pure gold corn there, blowin' in the warm air. Old crow nibblin' on the amethyst seeds. In between the diamonds, old man Simon crawls about pullin' out platinum weeds. Pink pearl berries, all you can carry, put 'em in a bushel and haul 'em into town. Up in the tree there's opal nuts and gold pears. Hurry quick, grab a stick and shake some down. Take a silver tater, emerald tomato, fresh plump coral melons hangin' in reach. Old man Simon, diggin' in his diamonds, stops and rests and dreams about one real peach. And of course, Where the Sidewalk Ends. There's a place where the sidewalk ends, and before the street begins. And there the grass grows soft and white, and there the sun burns crimson bright, and there the moonbird rests from its flight to cool in the peppermint wind. Let us leave this place where the smoke blows black, and the dark street winds and winds and bends. Past the pits where the asphalt flowers grow, we shall walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and watch where the chalk-white arrows go to the place where the sidewalk ends. Yes, we'll walk with a walk that is measured and slow, and we'll go where the chalk-white arrows go, where the children they mark, the children they know, the place where the sidewalk ends. The unicorn. A long time ago, when the earth was green, and there was more kinds of animals than you'd ever seen, and they run around free while the world was being born, and the loveliest of all was the unicorn. There was green alligators and long-necked geese, there was humpy-bumpy camels and chimpanzees, there were cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, the loveliest of all was the unicorn. But the Lord seen some sinning, and it caused him pain. He says, "Stand back, I'm gonna make it rain." He says, "Hey, brother Noah, I'll tell you what you do. Go and build me a floatin' zoo. And you take 2 alligators and a couple of geese, 2 humpy-bumpy camels and 2 chimpanzees. Take 2 cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, Noah, don't you forget my unicorn." Now Noah was there. He answered the callin' as he finished up the ark just as the rain started fallin'. He marched in the animals 2 by 2, and he called out as they went through, "Hey Lord, I got your 2 alligators and your couple of geese, your humpy-bumpy camels and your 2 chimpanzees. Got your cats and rats and elephants, but Lord, I'm so forlorn. 'cause I just don't see no unicorn. Old Noah looked out through the driving rain, but the unicorns were hiding, playing silly games. They were kicking and splashing in the misty morn. Oh, them silly unicorn. And the goat started goating, and the snake started snaking. The elephant started elephanting, and the boat started shaking. The mouse started squeaking, and the lion started roaring. And everyone's aboard but the unicorn. I mean the green alligators and the long-necked geese, the humpy-bumpy camels and the chimpanzees. Noah cried, "Close the door, 'cause the rain is pouring, and we just can't wait for the unicorn." And the ark started moving, and it drifted with the tide. And the unicorns looked up from the rock, and they cried. And the water come up and sort of floated them away. That's why you've never seen a unicorn to this day. You'll see a lot of alligators and a whole mess of geese. You'll see humpy-bumpy camels and lots of chimpanzees. You'll see cats and rats and elephants, but sure as you're born, you're never gonna see no unicorn. Treehouse. A treehouse, a free house, a secret you and me house. A high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house. A street house, a neat house, be sure and wipe your feet house is not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. No difference. Small as a peanut, big as a giant. We're all the same size when we turn off the light. Rich as a sultan, poor as a mite. We're all worth the same when we turn off the light. Red, black, or orange, yellow or white, we all look the same when we turn off the light. So maybe the way to make everything right is for God to just reach out and turn off the light. Tell me who can catch a toucan? Luke can. Just how few can ride the toucan? Toucan. What kind of goo can stick you to the What kind of goo can stick you to the toucan? Glue can. Who can write some more about the toucan? You can. Love. Ricky was the L, but he's home with the flu. Lizzie, R.O., had got some homework to do. Mitchell, E., probably got lost on the way. So I'm all the love that could make it today. If I had a brontosaurus, I would name him Horace or Morris. But if suddenly one day he had a lot of little brontosauri, I would change his name to Laurie. Then, I guess the last one. The battle. Would you like to hear of the terrible night when I bravely fought the... No? All right. So that's just a little bit of Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends. I hope that was my first time not whispering, so I hope that was all right. If you have any critiques, suggestions, requests, comments, please just let me know. Alright guys, you sleep tight.